So, you are thinking about moving into Brooklyn, which naturally begs the question, how expensive is it really getting? Well, in this video, we are going to evaluate the cost of living in one of New York's most iconic boroughs. Many people have wondered if it is really worth it to live in Brooklyn. So we will explore the different things one can possibly spend money on in Brooklyn and see if living here is as expensive as they say. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, this is Tom Santella, the go-to real estate agent for Brooklyn, New York. If you are considering moving to Brooklyn or want further insight than what is provided in this video, I would be happy to have a discussion. My contact information is listed in the description below. Brooklyn, often referred as the heart of New York City, is known for its unique charm and vibrant communities. It is a place where history, culture, and modern living collide, making it a highly coveted place to live. However, the question arises, what is the true cost of its greatness? The first and most significant expense is housing. Brooklyn's housing market is known for its variety, where you will find everything from cozy brownstones to luxury high-rises. However, it is no secret that this type of living is very costly. As you can see, the average rent price in Brooklyn is $3,350 a month, for only an average size of 650 square feet. For comparison, the average apartment size in 2022 across the United States was 887 square feet. When you look at the total rental stock of the borough, 82% of Brooklyn apartments cost over $2,000 a month, with more affordable prices still available at 14% and cheap apartments even harder to find at 4%. These apartments generally exist the further south you go, while the more expensive apartments are no surprise, usually within a 30-minute subway to Manhattan. Looking at Brooklyn's housing market in its entirety, the average sale price was up 2.7% to $960,000 since last year, a whopping 28% above the national average. Generally in New York City, heat and hot water are required to be provided to all tenants, with renters just having to worry about gas bills and electricity. And in the summer, electricity bills are a little higher when a unit has AC to cool things down. After housing, people tend to worry about how much it will cost them to put food on the table. Here are last month's prices of everyday grocery items like bread, meat, fruit, milk, and a few other food choices. Now, if you aren't much of a chef and like to eat out, eating will get even more expensive, although quite delicious. From experience, I would say the average dinner entree can be anywhere between $18 and $32, depending on the place and the dish. Sometimes even more expensive if you are at a nice place. If you're including drinks, a beer is usually $8 to $10, with cocktails being anywhere from $12 to $16. Now, here are prices of last month's costs of eating out that I found online. If you are looking to eat at a more affordable price, I would recommend looking at local lunch and happy hour specials, where restaurants and bars offer much better prices and deals during their slower hours. The positive thing about living in Brooklyn is that there are a ton of thrift shops and vintage clothing stores that sell high quality material for a reasonable price, and often better stock too. As always, living in a city, Brooklyn will offer mainstream clothing and fashion brands at the prices you see online, especially in its higher shopping areas. Out of everything you could possibly spend your money on, the best value in all of New York City is a $2.75 subway ride to get anywhere you need to go. If you are planning on riding the subway often, a weekly pass is $33, and for the everyday commuters, an unlimited monthly pass is $127. As for laundry, not every unit will include a washer or dryer, and if you walk into a laundromat, prices can cost up to $3 a use for a washer and $2 a use per dryer. Now, after going through the main expenses when considering the costs of living in Brooklyn, what I would like to point out is that although it is 28% higher than the state average and 66% higher than the national average, these costs come with the added benefit of a tremendous quality of life you can't find in many places. As one of the most expensive places to live in the United States, it is because it is one of the most preferred areas to live in the country. With beautiful parks, cultural events, and incredible dining options, you will never run out of things to do and places to experience. Whether it is worth the cost is dependent on what you personally value the most. Although expensive, like every city, if you know where to look, you could find the best food places and experiences for a reasonable price. In my opinion, the higher cost of living in Brooklyn is a choice for an exciting and enriching lifestyle. A vibrant community and a beautiful quality of life, there's not many places like Brooklyn in the world. With that being said, if Brooklyn is the place for you, I would be happy to have a conversation and answer any questions you may have, or even help you find your next home. I can be contacted from the information in the description below, and if you like this video, please consider subscribing for more insightful content about Brooklyn. And as always, thanks for watching.